A thought worth considering about race. What if the way we talk about race is one of the very things that keeps race at the center of our society? Think about it this way. A child is not born believing that one race is superior to another. Those beliefs are learned. They are passed from one generation to the next through conversations, media, education, politics, and everyday interactions. When we constantly identify people first by their race.
Black doctor.
White family, Hispanic neighborhood, Asian student. We subtly reinforce the idea that race is one of the most defining characteristics of a person. Even when our intentions are positive, we can unintentionally strengthen the habit of viewing people through racial categories before seeing them as individuals. Now imagine raising an entire generation without placing such constant emphasis on race. Teach children to evaluate others by their character, integrity, kindness, work ethic, and the way they treat fellow human beings,
Not by the amount of melanin in their skin.
Over time, race could become little more than a physical characteristic, no more significant than hair color or eye color. This does not mean ignoring history or pretending discrimination has never existed. History should be taught honestly so that we learn from both our triumphs and our failures. But there is a profound difference between studying the history of racism and living in a culture that continually encourages us to view one another primarily through the lens of race. There is another dynamic worth considering.
Whenever any minority within a society consistently portrays the majority as the problem,
Or whenever a majority unfairly blames a minority, the result is often the same,
greater division, deeper resentment,
and a cycle that perpetuates prejudice rather than healing it.
continually attacking one another based on racial identity risks.
Strengthening the very barriers we claim we want to dismantle. Over time, such hostility can provoke reactions that intensify conflict instead of reducing it. Some would argue that this is why society periodically redefines racial categories,
Grouping more and more people under labels such as non-white in ways
that change who is considered the majority, whether one agrees with that perspective or not.
changing labels alone does not resolve the underlying problem.
It merely redraws the boundaries without removing them. If our ultimate goal is a society where race no longer determines how people are perceived or treated,
Then perhaps we should spend less time emphasizing what separates us and more time celebrating what unites us.
our shared humanity. The greatest victory over racism may not come when one race wins an argument over another.
It may come when race is no longer the first thing we notice,
The first thing we mention,
or the first thing we use to define another person.
perhaps true progress begins when we learn to see one another first,
Not as representatives of a race,
but as human beings, each with inherent dignity, equal worth,
and the freedom to be judged by the content of our character.
rather than the color of our skin.
Everything on Earth, whether living or non-living, is made from the same building blocks.